And we are live here from Dodger Stadium. How's it going, all you amazing Mets fans? It's your guy, Wardy, here. And we have ourselves a Metropolitan victory. The Mets take down the Dodgers here by a final score of 4-3 in extra innings. Wardy's second game in not even 2 weeks between the Mets and the Dodgers. And this time, the Dodgers do, in fact, falter finally there in extra innings. And I'm obviously pretty happy about it right now, especially when you consider the fact that the last time that I was...
Big win for the boys tonight.
Big win. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Everyone chiming in live at a replay. I will get to them as soon as I possibly can. It might not be easy as I'm currently exiting Dodger Stadium, as you guys can see. I got my security with me. By security, I just mean my boys with me. Shout out to my guy, Borna, as always, for helping make the trip possible. Shout out to him, as
guys,
always.
Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get this boy to 40K. Shout out Metropolitans. Big win tonight. You helped my Padres out, too.
Shout out to my guy, Matthew, for making today possible.
Boys, we got it done.
We got it done. Shout out to Jet for the good luck and having the best closest final score prediction. He had 4-2. I had, they won by a final score of 4-3. Live going, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe as your first time in here for our latest New York Metropolitan postgame show presented by our great friends at SeatGeek. Make sure you utilize our promo code WARDY10. That way you too get 10% off your next ticket purchase. Whether it's catching the Mets win with ease here in LA in extra innings, or you want to check out playoff basketball in the finals. Maybe you want concert tickets. Maybe you want comedy show tickets. I don't care what you need. All I got to say is that when it comes to tickets, SeatGeek has you covered, everybody. And I want to see those initial reactions. I want to see those W spam in the chat.
SeatGeek, man.
SeatGeek, absolutely. I want to see everything spam in the chat right here, right now, everybody. How we feeling tonight? I know it's very late night on the East Coast. It's probably north of 1 a.m. But here at West, we're riding high. We're feeling good here. And this was such a fun ball game. A really frustrating ball game at times, too, because it felt like the inevitable doom, which was the Dodgers rallying back the way that they did in this ball game. SeatGeek sucks.
Hey guys,
SeatGeek sucks. That's a ton.
You guys know
Thank you so much.
You know what I'll say, guys? When you're doing something great and something special, people want to hate on you.
I know, that's fine.
But you know what? When you're making money on the internet and doing some cool ass shit, you can't let anyone say anything. So, Wardy, congratulations on being the #1 biggest Mets podcast, and you continue to kick butt. Now, go
Thank you. I appreciate that, Borna. Now, guys, as we lock in to break this one down, let's get to some of those donations first. Let me see what you guys got for me, everybody. Let's see what you got for me. Let's see, everybody. Awesome. It doesn't matter what time the game ends. I can smell what the Mets are cooking all the way from here in Colorado.
Let's go,
Wait, hold on.
I posted earlier that I said I was going to be here.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we got Mets fans.
Let's go, Tyler, baby.
Let's go, Mets, baby. Oh, thank you so much. You have a great one, guys. That was awesome. Love that. At the buzzer. All right, I'm going to go in over here real quick. We're going to try to get in this car, and then we're going to go on from there. Everybody, my apologies. Give me 1 second. Borna with the worst. What?
You got some love, bro.
Oh, what?
Come say hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Hold on, my bad. What?
He's live right now.
You're live?
Yeah. How's it going, man?
I got you.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go, Mets. We got more Mets fans. Yeah. Let's go, Mets. How you feeling? Feeling good?
Feeling great.
Yeah. How you doing, man? Good. Are you going to be hitting any other games?
Yeah, Thursday.
Oh, awesome. All right, man. Will you enjoy?
Fenway. I was at City last week.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been all over the place.
Game 6, Knicks versus Celtics.
You Knicks, Celtics, Knicks. Oh.
Party on 7th Ave.
There you go. That's awesome, my man. Well, again, you guys enjoy your night, okay? Let's go, Mets. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to go in through here real quick. Let me see. Moonshadow, thank you so much for the donation. It doesn't matter what time the game ends. I can smell what the Mets are cooking all the way from here in Colorado. Love to see it. Thank you so much for that. Let's get to the others here. Joseph says, LGM, solid outing from Blackburn. A fantastic outing from Blackburn that we're going to talk about in a second. Brennan, thank you so much. Let's effing go Mets. Just got home from work. Couldn't have ended my day better. So happy to hear that, guys. You're going to hit that like and subscribe button as you guys first chime in for our latest New York Metropolitan postgame show here, everybody. I am going to be in the back seat here.
Is there light back there?
Not a whole lot of light, but that's okay.
No, there should be, I'm saying.
Is there light?
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, no.
I got you. Hit the actual thing.
There we go. We got a little, there we go. We got the perfect little pocket light. I'll take that. All right, guys, here we go. The omnibus Wardy here from the back seat as we exit Dodger Stadium, everybody. But I got a lot to say, and I know I don't have too much time to do it because the phone's dying, and obviously It's not the most ideal setup for you guys to consume for our latest post-game show, but I want to thank you guys all so much for hitting that like and subscribe button as you first chime in here. As again, we have a lot to break down from this one. This was a 4-3 victory for the New York Metropolitans in extras. And one thing that we noticed right away from this victory, everybody, the Mets, not only resilience towards the end, but how they stayed composed. You know, this was a ball game that had, again, Dodgers Stadium roaring most, not only for guys like Tommy Edman on his bobblehead night, and I have a Tommy Edman bobblehead, and I have truly no clue what to do with it. Shohei Ohtani as well. Everyone was expecting Ohtani to hit at least a couple bombs. He did have his home run today, but thankfully it wasn't anything too crazy, folks. So let's talk about now the key standouts in this one and how this ball game ultimately became what it became here, everybody, because we saw right away in the first inning, and again, I apologize, folks, for the lack of light as I'm exiting the Dodger Stadium. We're going, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to put our head out the window. Why? Because we can. That's why. As Wardy is currently in the back of a car as we're exiting Dodger Stadium, let's break down how this ball game began. Let's go Mets, baby. Have a good night. That's awesome. Oh, he's blasting the trumpets, too. That's so sick. That's so sick. I love the fact that I run into the Mets people that know me right as I'm leaving the ball game too. That's amazing. But guys, what did we see right away? It's leadoff Lindor doing leadoff Lindor things. As soon as he turned on that baseball, I was losing my mind right away. Mets get an early 1-0 lead with the leadoff Lindor home run. And now the New York Metropolitans are officially 27-0 in their past 27 games here in which Lindor has recorded at least one home run. Also, Edwin Diaz entered today's outing 13 for 13 in his save opportunities this season. Sadly, Edwin was not able to be that guy tonight, but he also wasn't horrendous either. Had some bad luck there, and ultimately we saw later on there that ball game get tied the way that it did, leading to extras. But before we got there, everybody, let's talk about everything that transpires in between. I'm legit just hanging out a window right now as we exit Dodger Stadium, because why the hell not? That's why. Wardy Live here, late night Wardy here, West Coast Wardy. We're going bananas here. Hit that like and subscribe button as you guys chime in. As sure that this thing is okay, everybody, and we're good to go. Oh, not a problem. Paul Blackburn, guys, was unbelievable today. And not only was Paul Blackburn good, getting an early strikeout that we saw in Shohei Ohtani, but it was what Paul Blackburn did the second to third time we saw him face Ohtani in this matchup, everybody. And what happened before that, however, was a Juan Soto gorgeous double that we saw opposite field double. Oppo Taco for a double is the one and only Juan Soto, who got more boos than any other player by far that we saw in this entire matchup tonight between the Mets and the Dodgers. No one got rain booed harder than Juan Soto. I don't know why Dodgers fans have their panties in a twist. You can't get every star player. I'm sorry to break it to you. But anyways, we see him rip that opposite field double, everybody, and that would have a runner in scoring position for the Mets that we would see in the fourth inning, but they would not be able to prevail. They would not be able to execute. So then as we get to the fifth inning, everybody, what do we see? The Dodgers are trying to pounce. They're trying to make something happen, and they have themselves runners on first and second there with 2 outs for Shohei Ohtani facing Paul Blackburn yet again. In this situation, if Shohei produces, not only do the Dodgers gain themselves the lead, but ultimately, or at least tie the ball game, but they could really get something going if it was, say, a 3-run ding-dong. Because at the time, the Mets were already up 2-0, thanks to Brandon Nimmo's ground rule double with 2 outs that we saw there, the half inning or so prior, setting the stage there for the bottom of the fifth between Paul Blackburn and Shohei Ohtani. And who prevails, everybody? It's Paul effing Blackburn. Talk about Big Paul's Blackburn. If you want to go with Paulie Punchies, whatever you want to call Paul Blackburn, guys, he was fantastic for the Mets in this outing that we saw tonight here. Getting a massive strikeout yet again there on Shohei. Again, 2 punchies on Shohei and retiring him 3 straight times to begin this ball game for his first outing of the season. Yeah, we're taking that every single day of the week and on Mondays here, as you guys can tell. So not only does Shohei go down, we got to lose. All right, guys, we're Gucci. My apologies for the connection being missed. And I also apologize, everybody, if I miss anyone's specific comments or donations. It's hard, really, really hard to handle the chat here. Those camera angles got me a couple times. I apologize for that, my man. Again, I have to flip-flop with them every now and then. And also, thank you so much for the donation, SR, with a $5 Hall States of following. Mets got robbed on that ground rule double. That would have been 100% they got robbed on the ground rule double. Everything was bouncing out. If everything wasn't falling short there that we saw on the warning track today, they were bouncing the way that that ball unfortunately did there, leading to the Mets gain the 2-0 lead, but not as much insurance as you were hoping for. How you call a pitch in the middle of the plate a ball, come on. Trust me, I know. There were some horrendous calls by the umpire today that I'm sure if I was watching the ball game live, I would have been 10 times more pissed than what I was in person, seeing from my vantage point. Tremendous seats, 2 rows away from the Dodger dugout. Not even the Dodger dugout. We were on the Mets dugout side today, which was absolutely fantastic. First baseline. Can't thank my guy Matt enough for making was and we saw Huascar Brosban have himself a huge 6th inning. Gets himself in a bit of a jam, a bit of a pickle, but he works out of it like, again, the big cojones, Huascar Brosban as well. As I said, big balls, Blackburn, you could probably say the same thing for big balls, Brazo. Triple B's. Huh? So, guys, we saw there in the 6th inning. My apologies for the connections being on and off too throughout the live show, everybody. I don't mean for that to happen. But afterwards, we would see not only Brosban look sharp, then Max Kranick comes in, and this is where things start to change. Max Kranick, here, diehard Mets fan as well, growing up, who's now pitching. But what did we see? Saw him give up the bomb that everyone was expecting at some point, the inevitable. No, it's not. It's not a monster. It's not a plane. It's not Superman. It is, in fact, Shohei Ohtani. And he rips himself a home run that tied this, not tied this ball game, but made it a 1-run ball game, 2-1 at the time. And thankfully, it was a solo shot in that situation. It could have been 10. No doubt about it whatsoever, everybody. So thankfully, that did, in fact, transpire. And Ohtani made it still a 1-run ball game. So then that sets the stage, everybody, as we continue on and we get to the 9th inning. In the 9th inning, the same man who got the offense started for the Dodgers would continue that, as he would tie the ball game there with a deep sac fly to left, and that would unfortunately bring us to extras. That was Edwin Diaz's first blown save of the season, everybody, after going 13 for 13. Wasn't the worst outing by any stretch, but obviously he blew the save, which led to extra innings. But thankfully, in extra innings, everybody, it's going up. When having off, if you guys can use left. It did not mean for that to happen. Unfortunately, the connection has fluctuated a lot here, mainly because as we're driving through right now, it's just naturally going to happen. So I'm not going to be too long-winded. No, Wardy's fine. Don't you guys worry. But I apologize. I realize that this is a chop. This is what you get when you're obviously getting Wardy live in real time, IRL content here live from Dodger Stadium. And hopefully it doesn't take 2 hours to get out here. Hopefully is fucking kitchen. Okay. Even though it was stressful there that we saw in the bottom of the 10th inning with the southpaw and the towering 6'6" Jose Castillo, I should say. Jose Castillo, everybody, looks like he just might stay with the Mets as a southpaw option. He wasn't the most dominant, but he did what he needed to do. And then after allowing some guys to get on base there and making a 1-run ball game, 4-3 at the time, it would stay 4-3. And then we would see Will Smith come in, and Will Smith would then face Jose Butto in the righty-righty matchup. That goes for a flyout, and then we get the big out there on Tommy Edman, and that does it there for the ball game, everybody. So big takeaways from this one was that the bullpen, again, did what it needed to do, with the exception of Kranick giving up the bomb that we saw there, and the tie ball. Offense obviously has its ups and downs, and we saw some opportunities tonight that I would have liked to see them pounce more. But overall, you score 4 runs on this Dodgers team when you didn't play your best baseball day. It was your first game of a 4-game set. I'm not complaining whatsoever. That leadoff Lindor bomb had me insured as a Mets fan that you just got to hammer the Mets money line. Again, 27-0. Last place